So you have a 2018 or newer Jeep JL Wrangler or 2020 or newer JT Gladiator, and you're starting to experience some intermittent gremlins with the electronics, and the dash is going haywire with Christmas lights and notifications saying deactivation of the traction control, Swaybar disconnect deactivated, four-wheel drive deactivated, see dealer soon, or maybe even the chance that their speedometer is actually going back and forth between zeros, showing dashes on the actual digital readout, and even in some cases, loss of power steering assist from the electronic part of the power steering. Well, if this cluster bomb of issues is happening to you, I might have a solution for you. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the Gator Overland channel. I'm John, and today's video is actually going to be part of the Gator Overland Tech Series, or the Go Tech Series, where I keep it short and sweet, tell you exactly the part number to fix an issue. Most of them are going to be associated with the Jeep JL, JT Wrangler, because that's what I have, but any other vehicles in the future that I may put the time into doing a video for, you can expect it to be in that particular series. So in today's video, I kind of prefaced that we're having an intermittent gremlin of traction control, four-wheel drive, Swaybar disconnect, notifications saying they're being deactivated or you won't be able to use them, as well as intermittent speedometer going in and out, and loss of power assist at low speeds from the power steering. Well, after going through a few forums and getting with some dealer techs on up into some friends of mine that are in the Jeep engineering group, it's kind of isolated down to this particular component right here. And a good way to check this is called the CAN bus star connector. It's located behind the glove box. And if you experience your issue with all the gauges coming up and having the notifications, you open up the glove box, you can grab the wires. These are really easy to access. If you grab those wires and everything fixes itself, more than likely this is it. So what it is a main line for power to the modules on the vehicle. And the modules on the vehicle, it allows the dealer diagnostic tech to come through, remove a particular connector, and if that solves the issue that's coming up on the dash as diagnostic saying that's failed, then more than likely that's the problem, and they can quickly source what the problem is. But if you have multiple modules fail at the same time, more than likely it's the connection source, and that's what we're going to change out today. So in hopes we get this thing changed out, it'll solve our issue on the actual dash, and then we'll do a long drive of scenarios over a period of time, and we'll see if anything comes up. So let's get it installed. All right, you want to come over to your glove box, open it up, and as you can see just up here, there's a little bitty tab, and then there's a little arm that will end up popping out. It's got a little arm and gear, kind of just helps it ride down a little bit. But once you get that far down, it's just got some simple clips down there, and you can totally remove your glove box, and that reveals your star connector. Now, as far as the part number that you're going to end up needing to get, 683217446AA, that is the star connector. This is the old one that came out right here. I actually couldn't tell that there's anything wrong with it, but it's the advisement that with the heat that goes on through here on the air condition and heater, that it just gets exposed to heat, and sometimes these begin to fail. But basically there's some clips on the bottom side right here that fit into the bottom side of this bracket. You don't have to remove this bracket, you just give it a nice push out that way towards the driver's side. It'll pop that out, and then you can take a picture beforehand and actually figure out which one of these plugs all correspond with the original. What I ended up doing is you end up just clipping, there's a little latch on the interior that makes it to where you can lock it in place basically. And I just squeezed it, popped it out, and I placed it into the corresponding one on the new one there. And then once it's all done, popped it back in place, and then it's just the reverse order of putting everything back on right here, making sure that that gear is in line, and popping it in, and it's like that. Took a few minutes. It is kind of finicky to get the star connectors out, but other than that, just pay a little bit of attention to that and should be good to go. All right, it's been a couple hundred miles since we installed our CAN bus star connector. I've not done anything to reset the computer, and I have not had any intermittent issues in at least a week. But I just wanted to show that we're not receiving any codes on the dash except for the auto start stop, which I have disconnected now, and everything's been really going good. So easy day. Well, that about wraps things up. If you enjoyed today's video, found it informative or helpful in solving your electronic gremlins, go ahead, give us a big thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing. Share if you'd like, I'd appreciate that. For a heads up on any future installs or adventures, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notification bell. You can follow us along our journey. Don't forget to check the description below for links to websites for the products used today, as well as contact information should you need to get a hold of me. Remember, we at Gator Overland encourage each and every one of you to take a daily moment to unplug and reconnect with the outdoors, even if it's just for a few minutes. Have fun, keep it safe, and just go. Thanks, y'all.